So I've had a slight setback with the Japanese PS2. It wasn't reading discs. I haven't really tightened it up properly, so the sensors aren't happy since I'm still modding it. So back to the Aussie PS2, and as expected, it only supports 3 resolutions. That's 1200p. We'll keep focus. 1200p, 1080p fill, and 1080p over. I can move that down a little bit. Problem is, they've all got black bars. I guess that's just a PAL thing, or it's not processing PAL in a good way of scaling. Might look better in certain games, not so much in others. I doubt this shows up on a compressed video, but there is a bit of noise going on in the background, and I think that's due to these. I don't know if you can see, like, just the lines jumping around in the background. And there's also some audio noise. That's probably due to these cheap Cable Chick component cables. I'll have to probably upgrade to some HD retro visions if I'm going to get the full fat quality out of this thing. But in terms of quality, yeah, still looks pretty good for PAL. Not quite as sharp on 1080p fill, but if you go over, you get nice chunky boys again, like that. Yeah, there they are. And then if I go to 1200p, well, oh, there goes the PS2 controller. Probably not too much benefit, honestly. The TV's probably better at scaling 1080p instead of 1200p anyway. Yeah, the image is also smaller. So for PAL games, until there's a firmware update, I think 1080p over will be the way to go. Should probably play a game now. So I've got Black. It's a game that supports 480p, so we effectively can bypass the PAL problem. So if I hold triangle and X on the controller while the game boots up, should give me the option for 480p, or progressive scan as they quite formally referred to it back in the day. I think I can let go now. There we go. So that's screw interlaced. Go straight for the big show. Oh yeah, that is already noticeably sharper on the text. Oh yeah, this really shows off the noise. You can see those stripes. Oh, it's gone now, but there were some stripes there in the video. That is the cheap component cables at fault. I'll turn the volume down a bit. This looks, once it focuses, there goes PS2 controller again. Yeah, look at those nice sharp pixels. I'm just going to go all the way up to 1440p, since that's a 3 times scale of, or is that a 4 times scale of 480p? I can't math. There it is. So, as I referred to earlier, you can You might be able to see the stripes in the background there. Those aren't supposed to be there. I believe that should just be one solid kind of... It is meant to be a checkerboard pattern, but it shouldn't be stripy. I think that's noise. Anyway, I should probably play a game on this thing. I think this is the third mission.
How did you know McCarver had information on the American?
I'm not sure I follow.
Yeah, it's not going to let me skip this cutscene because I haven't done this mission yet. Well, while we're waiting, I can look at these pixels and get an idea of how my TV scales 1440p. It's not bad. There's a little bit of kind of, what do you call it, color shift, a little bit of sampling error or something on either side of the text. You see it's a bit red on the right, a bit blue on the left. This is not perfectly scaling to the 4K grid, so you get a bit of color errors, but I mean, we're talking about PS2 here. I don't think it's gonna know the difference between 4K and 1440p. Focus.
McCarver was brought in yesterday. So how did you know she had info on the American?
Sergeant Solomon was in her unit. He tipped me off. Coincidence, that's all.
I don't believe in coincidence. What was your brief on the next stop?
This cutscene's taking too long. I'm going to end the video and start again when I'm playing the game.
We were less than a click away.